Hi everyone, my name is Corey Hemstreet. I am a senior this year, double majoring in American Indian Studies, Justice Studies with a minor in Women and Gender. Today I'm going to be talking about the social construction of our bodies and how we as individuals and collectively embody that gender. I'm going to be incorporating my own experience living on the reservation and how white societal standards has, in a way, kind of changed my culture and how we have social practices and how we view people that don't necessarily fall in the categories of male and female or what is feminine, what is masculine, and all that stuff. Growing up, I there was a lot of bullying, and I'm pretty sure it still persists today. Mainly, the people that were heavily bullied were people who did not fit the societal norm. Meaning that if a person was overweight, they would be teased for their weight. If a person, especially guys, where they were the main perpetrators and victims of bullying. So from what I remember is the people who, or the children that were the meanest, I guess, in a sense, that a bullying were, or who were heavily targeted, I should say, were children who identified as gay or they carried feminine tendencies or whatever that is, mainly due to the fact that a lot of other guys who were perpetrating the bullying kind of excuse me, upheld this standard of hypermasculinity. So if you were seen as weak or if you weren't seen as this particular person or you didn't necessarily fit the picture of masculinity, you were teased for it. As for myself, I was very chubby when I was growing up. Not only that, but I didn't necessarily fit that feminine standard. I didn't wear dresses. I didn't like the color pink. Even colors are genderized in some sense. Even smell. So, and I never fixed my hair. As you can see, this is kind of how it always was when I was younger. I didn't curl my hair. I didn't really wear makeup. And when I went to school, not only did I not act like a female or a lady or a girl because I didn't wear dresses, or the fact that I enjoyed playing sports. I was teased. I was called all sorts of names as in terms of not only my weight, but be calling a lesbo or being called a tomboy, and just because I did not fit feminine standards. I thought it was very interesting in the social construction of our bodies, and the feminist views argues that the bodies are socially constructed in material and cultural worlds, meaning that they are physical and symbolic at the same time. To say that bodies are socially constructed is not to deny their material reality. So, for instance, bodies are physical and material things, if that makes sense, in a sense that, bodies are born, they die. Breasts from women are used for feeding children. Male mammals do not reproduce like women do. But when we're asking about gender in terms of sport, strength, physically, emotionally, psychologically, we're not asking about not necessarily those biological traits, but we're asking about the social practices and judgments that not only vary by culture, but they vary in time and place. So, and I think that really is true in a sense that, because I grew up in the 90s, and compared to what I see today, the bullying has changed. When I went to school, bullying was something that was only I had to experience at school. So, when I went home, I was more so in a safe place and it didn't follow me at home. But as the introduction of technology and social media, I found a sense that bullying is even worse today. Not also that, but the standard of beauty and plastic surgery and all that stuff, or looks, especially beauty for women, when we see models these days, they're not like, or when we used to see, and the fact that it's getting better, and I'm really glad. But in my day, a model was very skinny. She had straight hair. She was, her skin was flawless. Um, she had an ideal body, as to why that I got bullied, because I did not necessarily fit the ideal body. I didn't have those feminine traits, for instance. Um, One important thing that I really liked, or I pulled from the article Becoming a Gendered Body, is the site, Our Bodies is a Site of Genderization, um, meaning that how we perform our gender or doing gender is a site. Our bodies are a site of gender. Gendering not only starts from your childhood, but even before you even come into this world. So the moment that, especially with Western medicine, that we can tell what the sex of the baby is, even in the womb of the mother's tummy. So when a mother finds out that she's having a girl, um, people will start buying pink things, or kind of color. Like I said before, color is very genderized. So more more likely that if a female's having a girl, she's gonna get things that have pink stuff on it, or like teddy bears, flowers, butterflies. But when you see clothes for boys, you see them as blue, green, frogs, sports, trucks, tools. So even down to toys and what we buy for our children or what is bought for them is a sense of doing gender and regulating gender and also having restrictions. So, um, with that being said, I focus on school as a site, and I really like the study that the author did in the setting of a preschool. I think this is necessarily still put into place, if a boy was acting out or he was running around, he would be considered, oh, he's just a boy. But if it was a girl running around, she would be stopped. She needs to tone down her voice, or she needs to act like a lady. I know when I was growing up, like I said, I was into sports. I didn't wear dresses and stuff like that. So every time that I went to church with my grandma, she would always make us wear dresses, and I didn't know how to sit in it because, one, I never even wore dresses. Two, since the fact that I didn't wear dresses, I didn't know how to properly sit like a lady. So I was sitting there sometimes in church. It was kind of funny. And my grandma would always get mad at me, was saying, you need to, cross your legs or you need to sit in a proper way in a dress, or you're not supposed to act like that. You're supposed to act like a lady. So, not only is it done, it starts from the family, but it also further is facilitated. Our gender is also further facilitated in preschool settings or school settings, and more so throughout the rest of our life. Honestly, I don't even think that we could ever escape being genderized, and especially in this culture. For instance, it's always on social media that you indicate, and they have gotten better at this. I know before, when I first started was on Facebook, they didn't have the option of your gender. You were either female or male. They didn't give you that option. I don't know if they still do, but even on job applications or when you're getting a driver's license, they always give you those two categories. So institutions like not only schools, but um, the justice system or anything that is out there is always based on gender. And we continue as human beings to socially construct what is feminine and what is masculine, and how are we putting those restrictions in place. So, yep, thank you.